So in the yesterday's lecture, we have started with the albinism. So quick revision of albinism. Whatever we have studied about is albinism is a genetic disorder, okay, which is related to hair, eye, and skin color. Okay, pigmentation that occurs and which is responsible for hair, eye, and skin color is melanin pigment. Okay, an inability to form melanin pigment in the body, okay, leads to albinism, and that inability could be due to the mutations in genes which are responsible for the conversion of tyrosine into melanin. Okay, as we have studied that the precursor for the melanin is tyrosine. Okay, what is the role of melanin? Role of the melanin is to produce coloration to the skin, eye, and hairs. Okay. So as we seen that the skin color inheritance is a polygenic disease. Okay. Inheritance of the skin color is a polygenic disease. It means conversion of tyrosine into melanin is depend upon the more than one gene expression. Okay. And mutation in any one of this gene can lead to less production or no production of melanin. Okay. So depending upon that, and melanin is also responsible for formation of optical neurons. Okay. Or growth of optical neurons. Okay. Melanin is also responsible for growth of optical neurons. So melanin reduction in melanin production reduced melanin production also affect the vision. Okay, so person can also have vision problems. Okay, and can go to blindness also. Okay, but this is a rare condition. This condition is not uh, occurring in that frequent amount. It is a rare condition but has no cure. Okay, so next we have, so this is up to what we have studied. Okay, so in the yesterday's lecture, we have started with this topic. Okay, types of melanin. Okay, so the heading is types of melanin. No, sorry, not types of melanin. Types of albinism. Okay, so depending upon the gene or allele in which the mutation has happened, there are different type of albinism. We can divide albinism into two main types. First is oculocutaneous albinism. Okay, which is most common one and most serious one. Okay. So in this type of albinism, OCA, it can make hair, eye and skin look noticeably different. Okay, skin, eye and hair can look noticeably different. I hope you have seen the cases with albinism. Okay, persons with colorless skin, okay, white or colorless hair, isn't it? Have you seen such type of examples in population? Yes, ma'am. Okay, Google Pearl. You can find it in population also. Okay, you can see one of them. Okay? It's a rare condition, but we can see it. Okay, yes, in normal population. Okay, that is good. Next time, whenever you will going to observe, so then that time maybe you get clicked that this is because of albinism. Okay. So depending upon which gene is affected or which alleles get affected, you can divide OCA, oculocutaneous albinism, into 8 subtypes. Okay, there are 8 subtypes of oculocutaneous albinism. Okay, depending upon the gene involved, and names are given: OCA 1A, 1B, OCA2, OCA3, OCA4, OCA5, OCA6, and OCA 7. Okay, so this is the one. And the second main type of albinism is ocular albinism. Okay, in this kind of albinism, it affects only eye. Okay, skin and hair color are normal, only eyes get affected. Okay, so this is again due to the gene involved. Okay, so the gene which are responsible for neuronal growth, okay, or the genes which are responsible for producing melanin pigments in ocular cells, okay, in ocular cells, okay, that is affected. Okay, so only eyesight get affected or eye color get affected. Okay, other genes which are responsible for production of melanin in skin and hair are normal, but only the genes which are responsible for production of melanin in eye, optical neuron, they affected in this case, and that type of albinism is called as ocular albinism. Ocular, it is related to eye. Okay. So this both forms can take a toll on your vision. Okay, either it is oculocutaneous albinism or it is only ocular. Okay, in both case there is oculo. Okay, means in both case eye vision get affected. Okay, the only difference is if it is only ocular albinism, cutaneous will not get affected. Cutaneous means related to skin. Okay, so skin and hair are not getting affected in second type, but in both the types, eye functioning is affected. Okay, so albinism mainly affect the vision of a person. Okay, what is mean by take a toll on your vision? It means take a toll means can have serious or bad effect. Okay, getting everyone? Any problem or any doubt? Okay, everyone have understood up to now? Okay, good. So here are some examples of diseases which can linked to albinism. Okay, means if there is this kind of syndrome, it can give rise to albinism also. Okay, so this is the examples of some diseases. Okay, albinism can also be linked to a few rare conditions caused by a problem with your genes. Okay, in many cases, other type of mutation can ultimately, at the end, they can affect the melanin production. Okay, so we are going to see some example of that diseases. Okay, which can ultimately link to the albinism. Okay, and in that condition, albinism is going to occur. Okay, so first one is Hermansky-Pudlak syndrome. Okay, you all can write it down. Hermansky-Pudlak syndrome. Okay. So again, this is a rare form of albinism that also cause easy burning and bleeding. Okay, this kind of individual means individual it already having albinism. But the severity of albinism is very high. So the skin of that particular person with albinism is very fragile, so it can get easily burn and easily bleed. Okay, with a small intensity of sunlight also. Okay, a little higher intensity of sunlight can make their skin burn and bleed. So that type of albinism will call as, or that type of albinism is called as Hermansky-Pudlak syndrome. Okay, getting everyone? सबको समझ में आ रहा है क्या? Okay. So this is first one. Next is Chediak Higashi syndrome. Okay, again you have to write it down. Okay, because the names are not familiar with us, so if you write, you can remember. Okay, so Chediak Higashi syndrome. Again, it is a form of albinism, but what is the condition in this case? In this case, the person with albinism means the person has already melanin, reduced melanin or no melanin, okay, functioning, and with that, it also has the low red blood cell count. Means the person has albinism as well as anemia, okay, and there are some other features also. It is has the enlarged liver and can make more likely to get infections. Okay, so the person with this syndrome, Chediak Higashi syndrome, it has albinism as well as it has anemia, and its liver is enlarged, and because of all this the person is more prone to infections. Okay, it means there is the mutation in melanin secreting genes or genes involved in melanin pathway as well as genes involved in red blood cell production. Okay, so we have seen that these are the syndrome linking albinism with some other kind of disease also, okay, due to the mutation in simultaneous due to the mutation in some more genes. Okay, so there are more than two conditions simultaneously. Okay, and that is called a syndrome. Getting everyone? Okay, when you call a disease as a syndrome, when it is linked to more than one consequences or more than one features. Okay, here in this case in Chediak Higashi syndrome, or you can say in Hermansky-Pudlak syndrome, there is not a single condition, there are more than one condition. Means there is albinism as well as there is other condition. Like in first case in Hermansky-Pudlak syndrome, there is burning of skin and bleeding also. Okay, in case of Chediak with albinism, there is anemia and liver non-functioning also. Okay, so this type of diseases, combination of diseases are called as syndrome. Okay, the third one is Grisly syndrome type 2. Okay, write it down. So in this case or in this syndrome, what is the case? This is the partial albinism, okay, and a immunodeficiency syndrome. Okay, there is a combination of two. Partial albinism means there is the reduced ability to produce melanin. Okay, not complete deficiency of melanin, but the amount of melanin produced is very low. That is why it is a partial albinism. And with that, if there is an immunodeficiency also, you all know very well about what is meant by immunodeficiency disorders. Okay, can anybody state some examples of immunodeficiency, and what are the types of immunodeficiency?